Welcome into the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas. This is the second home game for the Kansas Bandits, the newest arena soccer expansion franchise in the MASL2, Major Arena Soccer League 2, taking on tonight for the first time in franchise history, the Colorado Inferno. Colorado Inferno is coached by John Wells and has quite a bit of regular faces for those of you that follow arena soccer in the Major Arena Soccer League. The Kansas Bandits, on the other hand, geez, these Bandits, they got a lot of rookies on their team. So a few players that came up from MASL3, we'll talk about that in a moment. A player there that just got announced, Dominic Zuniga, Brian Alleman before him, Tito Favela, and a few others that came in from Sunflower FC or the Wichita Wings expansion MASL3 team, FC Wichita. But otherwise, a lot of players from Southwest Kansas, North Texas, and out here in Western Kansas that are new to this arena soccer game, really falling in love with it right now in Western Kansas. But just trying to get the word out that they have an amazing arena in the United Wireless Arena, in an amazing new sport for locals to come and watch. I think they'll figure that out when the Wichita Wings visit on a doubleheader here tomorrow. Already a lot of Wichita Wings coming from the in-state rivalry that's brewing. And already a lot of fans next door at the Boot Hill Casino. We're going to take a moment here and pause for the national anthem. And we're back after the national anthem. Isaiah Stellatorre coaching the Bandits. John Wells coaching the Inferno. John Wells, an indoor soccer veteran. And a little tidbit, John Wells actually lived and is from Western Kansas, lived in Garden City for quite some time. A little bit of a homecoming because Garden is actually only about 40 minutes west of Dodge City, just up 400, whereas Wichita, 2.5 hours back towards the east down I-54. The I-54 rivalry will come to you tomorrow at 3 p.m. when the Wichita Wings enter the United Wireless Arena for the first time. But tonight is up to the Inferno. Dodge City sits very close. Amarillo, 4 hours south. A handful of hours the other direction, Colorado Springs, where the Inferno hail from. The Wichita Wings, 2.5 hours the other direction. And just down the road, and now undefeated after beating the Amarillo Bombers today, the New Mexico Runners, 2-0 starting the season, came in here and had a heck of a day on inaugural opening day here in Dodge City for the Bandits. Didn't shut the Bandits out, but the Bandits only coming away with 1 goal in that match. Bandits really improving week to week, as the next week they ended up in Wichita at Hartman Arena 2 days before, on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, and led most of that game. We're down 0-1 to start, but then took the lead, and the Wings didn't get the lead back until 53 seconds left in the match when Jared Robbins, the California kid from Wichita, scored a game winner, giving Wichita their only win of the year, because Amarillo then turned around and beat Wichita, who's now 1-1. Bombers also in this conference, 1-1. 2-0, the New Mexico Runners. And now 0-1, the Inferno, 0-2 the Bandits. Something has to give. We have to have a winner in arena soccer, and we're going to get one here tonight in Dodge City at the United Wireless Arena. We want to thank Standard Beverage for their sponsorship of the Bandits. They're our kickoff sponsor of the game. Right off the bat, the Bandits get a look and a great save from Justin Zuba. Holy moly, what a way to start this game. Greg Hernandez smacks a shot on frame, and that's pushed away by Zuba. The Bandits, as we said, improved week to week. Didn't do well in their first ever arena game. Many of those players playing for the first time. We knew that there's a lot of intangibles and things that have to be improved in this arena game. Nuances to learn, substitution patterns, and many errors that they made in that game. And that's chased down there already right off the bat. Pressure from Mario Martinez. Zuba comes out and has to clean that up. But the Bandits improved some of those things and only lost by 1 in Wichita to a very good Wichita Wings team with a lot of veteran presence. But in that game, the Wings did also start 6 rookies, where the Bandits had 16. And still rookies for the Bandits, but now 3 games in. And quite the roster they have of young, explosive talent, though. And there's number 26, Danny Rojas, on the ball. Speaking of talent, we have to talk about stalwart defender Marcus Jordan, Ishmael Morales from the Inferno, and of course, goal scorer extraordinaire Francisco Rivas. Those are the 3 players that we have right now on our game card as players to watch for the Colorado Inferno. The leadership of Marcus Jordan, the creativity of Morales, and the understanding of the game to be patient. And then, of course, the goal-scoring prowess of Francisco Rivas, who's numerous times over the last few years led the league throughout the season in goal scoring in the MASL2, and at one point was also the Golden Boot winner a year or so ago. Inferno, trying to reload, has turned over their roster a little bit as well. Coach John Wells says he has 4 or 5 rookies on the roster now, game to game, and a few still 18 and 19-year-olds, very young players, just like the Bandits here. And right now you see one of those players pressuring the ball. That's Erwin Macias. The Bandits force a mistake. Ball flick back. Macias tries with the heel flick, and Zuba picks that up and throws it downfield. Player called in just now, called up from the Sunflower M3 team, Dakota Okinawa. And he's in right now, number 3 here as a right back. Trailer just wins that ball. Just called up also from the MASL 3 from FC Wichita. Now that's a player that's actually on loan for the season from the Wichita Wings. This new, as of this week, that's Dominic Zuniga. He switches for another player in the same boat, Brian Alleman. Brian Alleman, number 15, steps in, chased by Dakota, and this is going to roll all the way back to another goalkeeper, Tito Favela, also a former Sunflower State player. So some of these players, the indoor experience they do have is MASL 3, players that just have a year or so under their belt. But there's Brian Alleman patiently standing on the ball on his left foot, looking for options, and he beats 2, now 3, spars a counterattack, and he's out and running with Diego. Patience from Brian Alleman, and that's what you want to see. Diego Oliveras and Brian trying to get on the attack and just didn't quite get together. But Brian Alleman, calm as you like on that ball. Patience brings the Inferno players in, beats them here on the near side. Players bench side, and he's off and running. Very patient player. In fact, Zuniga and Alleman, we mentioned, just signed their Wichita Wings developmental players that just aren't going to get in with the likes of David Lucio, Colin Lauder, Taylor Henry, Guillermo Oliveira, and a lot of talent that's returning from the Wichita Wings roster that's either been missing or has been there, frankly, and not a lot of minutes to be shared. But these guys are developmental homegrown players there in Wichita, needed minutes. The Bandits call, and a deal has been reached where they get 2 of the the most thriving young talent in the Wichita area in soccer in general, especially the outdoor game. Guys that have graced the USL roster, USL2 roster already for FC Wichita, and now are here getting minutes in the MASL2 for the Kansas Bandits on a one-year loan from the Wichita Wings. Shot from Rivas, well defended on a block there from De La Torre, but also defended prior from De La Torre. Rivas back in the middle again, dispossessed. De La Torre did well to take that block. Bandits still trying to reset. Still 0-0. 10 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Bandits are managing here at home to stay in this game a heck of a lot better than they did early on, and that's flicked over the top. Mario Martinez looking for a shot. Ole Sombrero's a defender, receives it back, nothing comes from it, and as you'd have it, the Inferno's out and running. There's Rivas, played deep into the corner, defended there by Greg Hernandez. You don't want to let Rivas get going, and there's a pull. Referees caught that one. Foul on number 8, Oscar Vasquez. That's his first foul. Almost a 3-line pass, but the Inferno opt to take that just in front of the line, and that puts him into a precarious situation, but they do well defending with Ishmael Morales and push the Bandits backwards, and now the Bandits out trying to high press, which they can do in that offensive third. The 3-line rules in play. Zuba's taking his touch. This is where you want to go. Dispossessed by Zuniga, but it goes just a little bit wide and rolls into Zuba. Zuba up and throwing, finds Morales. Morales defended by Dakota, forces him backwards. And Inferno reset, but that errant touch there straight up in the air, it's going to give an opportunity for Oliveras and Zuniga to step up and press. Press broken. Dakota now defended, wins it. Zuniga looking to go the other way. He's dispossessed. A little bit nervous for the young 18-year-old from the Wichita Wings farm system on loan, getting his first minutes at this level, Dominic Zuniga, but now he calms down, asks for the ball out of the back, and they swing this ball side to side between Dakota and Zuniga. 2 new signings for the Kansas Bandits. Dispossessed up the boards, but Diego Oliveras back to get it. Collects, Zuniga recycles through the keeper, Tito. Tito looking long, and he throws that ball forward. Erwin Macias, though, knocks it back in front. Great save there for Tito. Favela with a kick save, point-blank opportunity, and that went unpunished. And now, as you know happens, you don't on one end, and indoor you do on the other. The Bandits are probing. Two saves now from Tito that were big saves. There's Brian Alleman on the ball. Brian plays Dakota. And this is what you want to see from the Bandits, is even without that experience of indoor, calm down, stand on the ball a little bit, shot over the top by Oliveras. But Oliveras is one of those players that, you know, Coach Isaias De La Torre has been asking for him to shoot more and more. We're going to take a small break here at a media timeout, take a broadcast timeout. 7:47 left in the first quarter, 0-0.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
And we're back. United Wireless Arena. Foul there against Andrew Delatorre right off the bat. Another save from Tito, pushes that away. Shot from Marcus Jordan. Mistake from Delatorre, pushes that right back to Rivas. And if you've been around this game for long, you know you don't want to keep making these mistakes in front of goal from Francisco Rivas. Great block there, though. And this is a third time. There's a foul. Rivas goes uncalled. Morales back on the ball. Rivas has had 2 chances where they played it to him or put him in right at the top of the box, and a little bit unselfish, fortunately, for the Bandits fans. The Bandits reeling here at the beginning of this quarter, trying to get out and run, and they have. They've got a 3v2 going the other way. Shot there from Sebas Marquez, and that's saved by Zuba. Another save from Tito. Good strike there from the Inferno. And it was just a matter of time. You continue to give up these shots right in front of the goal, and Rivas standing around the front of your goal. And there's a goal with 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's too much work for the goalkeeper. They've given the ball away a lot in the back. Inferno pressing high, and the Bandits would do well potentially. It looks like the communication from Isaias Delatorre is, can they start playing a little bit more direct and looking to get out on the counter? There's a goal from Rivas.
Special shout out to some of our sponsors, Boothill Casino and Resort, official sport venue sponsor. And visit Dodge. Get the heck into Dodge. Enjoy the Wild West. And out, and it's throwing.
Another save from Tito. Bandits now out and running 3v1. Erwin Macias throws that one across. Ball hit deep off the boards. The Bandits lucky that didn't turn into another counterattack and would do well to get a little bit of a line change in, and they do. Dakota, Erwin, both off. Back on Andrew Delatorre, Dominic Zuniga, Antonio Delatorre. Tony gets a ball from Dominic down the line. Zuniga pressing. He's won that shot just over the bar. Good strike from Dominic Zuniga. Collected back from Tony. Dominic dispossessed. Ball hit forward, but this one brought down out of the air calmly from Andrew Delatorre. Decides not to go back to the keeper Tito and try to possess and reserve his touch. Delatorre feeling a bit ambitious and has it go from range, but unlucky from Dominic Zuniga just to be a little bit high on his shot. The Bandits starting to feel a little bit of energy and take some shots here in this first quarter. Down 0-1. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in the quarter. Really, the more the time passes and the Bandits stay in this game, you have to like their chances. They're young, they can get out and run, and they're learning. Again, we said it last time on the broadcast. The Wichita crew said it. You can see them evolving quarter to quarter, and they continue to bring in new players and new faces. But these players, they're growing game to game. Dakota Puts the ball deep into the corner, didn't want to use the goalkeeper's feet. Goalkeeper is allowed one touch in possession with his feet, has 4 seconds to play the ball. Dominic Zuniga on the ball, plays it wide. Dakota shot, blocked away. Rivas in front, now Zuniga again. Zuniga dispossessed, tried to put his soul on the ball, loses possession, but he goes into a counter press. He and Dakota in a 2v2, but Rivas comes out of that, sparks a 2v1 the other way. Rivas wants it back. Sebastian Marquez on the ball. That ball goes in behind. Rivas in front. De La Torre now defending, and De La Torre's calmly there, allows that ball to be recycled and doesn't commit another foul. Good decision from De La Torre, who was tracking pretty hard. But number down situation here. Dakota caught marking the wrong man, both trying to stay on Rivas. Dakota leaves his man, goes over to double team Rivas instead of staying tight on number 8, Oscar Vasquez, and eventually Rivas gets the ball anyway because Dakota's just chasing the play. So goal there against the Bandits. That's Rivas' second of the night, and they showed their young youth on that with just getting lost and leaving Oscar Vasquez wide open to double team Rivas down low. That didn't bode well for the Bandits. 0-2, 2 mistakes, trying to figure out how to mark Rivas, and those mistakes are coming inside the penalty area. You can ask around, but those typically result in goals. Morales volleys this over the top. De La Torre up high to try to win. A little bit of a melee, but Brian Alleman comes over, flicks the ball on to Macias. Macias, Alleman forward, finds Diego Oliveras. Diego, shot, just misses. Great ball in from Alleman, and Diego Oliveras have showed signs of looking to connect in this game. Brian Alleman back on the ball again. Sombrero's a player, trying to hold it up there deep against the boards. Macias now helps. Bicycle kick out, down to Sebastian Marquez. Marquez recycles to De La Torre, and the Bandits show those spurts of dangerous, youthful, creative moments, and they just need one to go in and get the confidence, get that goal out of the way, stay in this game. Tito plays De La Torre. De La Torre shot, goes high. Bandits looking to counter press in that end, but not with intensity. Zuba on the ball, and he hits this one long. Erwin Macias goes up high. That's pretty high for a guy that doesn't stand too high, but has the heart and the passion and the desire that's at the level of any player on the pitch for the Bandits game in and game out. Erwin Macias has been amazing so far this year for the Bandits in his rookie season. 18-year-old player, but getting great experience for the Bandits, who a player that could be big long-term. Diego Oliveras in 1v1. Looks to go around Zuba, doesn't. Touches it by, but a foul on Zuba. Zuba brings him down. That's a last man back penalty, and folks, this doesn't happen every day, but the Inferno goalkeeper, Zuba, is gonna have to serve his own penalty. That's gonna bring an opportunity for former international, former New Mexico runner goalkeeper, now resides in Colorado, Casey Gasson, is going to have to come out here. Why Zuba should be serving his own penalty, a 2-minute penalty on Justin Zuba. Let's see if the officials, Troy Manzi, gets this correctly, and it looks like he has, as Casey Gasson is putting on his gloves and getting ready to come in to the game for Justin Zuba. Zuba's going to serve his own penalty here, and this is going to be a penalty kick for the Bandits. Stepping up is Antonio De La Torre, and a great opportunity with 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the first quarter for the Bandits to try to go level. I'm sorry, not level, but get off the 0 and put this game back into play. Now, if this is saved or missed, then they will go into a 5-on-4 power play for the Bandits. Again, penalty, blue card. To Justin Zuba. And that brings Casey Gasson in. De La Torre, point blank range, but these goals are small, and a veteran goalkeeper in the net, Casey Gasson. Unfortunately, no time to warm up. He's been asked to come in with 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the first quarter and face a penalty kick from Fort Hays State University grad, Antonio De La Torre. who's just out of a fantastic season at a great NCAA Division II school, has came home where his family has a lot of lineage, a lot of development, a great history here in Western Kansas, and he's going to take a penalty kick and try to get Dodge City back into this game. Goal! Bandits. Tony Della Torre scores for the Bandits. And that's going to kill the penalty. That's going to kill the penalty there. And they're going to be full strength, the Inferno, but Zuba back in the net, Gasson back to the bench for now, and Zuba on a penalty. Bandits have made some mistakes in this quarter, no doubt about it. Left Rivas wide open in front of the net numerous times, but they find themselves only down one with 1 minute and 57 seconds. Both teams full strength. Well done from Oliveras to draw the penalty kick that Tony Della Torre steps up and manages. And now can the Bandits continue to keep the intensity level up? Greg Hernandez, little step over, wins the ball off Morales, and now he transitions forward. That's Tony Della Torre, now Dakota. Switched across, Bandits are fine numbers going forward. Laid down in the corner. Another ball across, Hernandez, very unselfish, but maybe should have just went ahead and took the shot. Still on the ball. Bandits in possession, and there's a foul from behind. Almost went to his pocket, was Troy Manzi. Because straight away kicked after he's won the ball and dribbled out of that pressure was Greg Hernandez. And a foul there against Rivas. One minute left in the first quarter. Hernandez back on the ball. Challenged, very tight. Can he swing this ball? He lays it off. A little Cruyff flick to Della Torre. Della Torre side to side with Dakota. And the Bandits looking like they're in control of the tempo right now. That's what you want to see from a young team, a new expansion franchise that decided to build long-term instead of going out and signing veterans. They're going to build with talent from in-state, around the region, and players, local players that are going to learn this indoor game. And a shot there, pushed away from Zuba from Dakota. Rebound falls to Bandits player Angel Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz hits that off the bar. There's a foul deep. In the end there, where Bandits are going to get a restart. So Zuba with the save, and then another one off the bar. Now this is a timeout called, great timeout. Starting to learn how to use these timeouts and manage moments is the Kansas Bandits. You only have 2 timeouts. And this is going to be a very brief timeout, a 45-second timeout, but you only have 2 timeouts that you can call within a game. Of course, there's stoppages on goals and fouls and so forth, but the only other guaranteed stoppage outside of this timeout is the referee timeout that comes in the broadcast at the under 8-minute mark. But this 45-second timeout is going to be very short and sweet, so we're going to stay right here with you. You see Coach John Wells trying to organize his team to kill this set piece off, where Isaiah Della Torre, on the other hand, is trying to organize to see if he can draw this game level at 2-2 before the end of the quarter with just about 18 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see how this thing plays out, but an exciting first quarter here in Dodge City at the United Wireless Arena.
Here we go, Bandit. 18 seconds left on the clock. Foul for the Bandits.
So it's a good strike from Angel Dela Cruz that just went off the bar, and the one before that saved by Zuba. Dela Cruz back on the ball. He has it go off the boards, and that rebound falls to Della Torre. Great design from Isaiah Della Torre, head coach, and they got what they wanted. Tony Della Torre just misses a little bit, but now Erwin Macias still attacking. Della Torre back on the ball, flicks it deep in the corner. 2-1, time running out. shot across the boards laid in from Macias, and that's going to send us to the end of the first quarter. 1, Kansas Bandits, 2, Colorado Inferno. 2 goals from Francisco Rivas, 1 from Tony De La Torre, and De La Torre misses a sitter right there, just a few inches wide to level this game. We'll be right back with you for the second quarter.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
'22 Mirage starting at $15,975.
Buyfromfamily.com.
For 150 years, Dodge City has provided 150 years of adventure. 150 years of excitement. 150 years of culture. Make some history. Celebrate with us. 150 years of Dodge City. The West is just the beginning.
Our broadcast. Great, isn't it?
Welcome back to the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas. Little town in western Kansas doing big things right here at the Dodge City United Wireless Arena, attached to the Boot Hill Casino and Hampton Inn and Suites. What a great place to come and visit. If you love arena soccer, you like to gamble a little bit, this is the place to be. A convention center that attaches to the arena, that attaches to the casino, that's next door to the hotel. You get here and it's all in one place. What a great time. And we've got a doubleheader here for you this weekend with the Inferno versus the Bandits. And tomorrow the Bandits welcome the Wichita Wings. The I-54 rivalry that ended in a 1-goal win for the Wichita Wings on December 23rd at Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas, home of the Wichita Wings. And they'll be back tomorrow to see the Bandits on the second half of this doubleheader. Other scores around the league around the conference, that is, saw the New Mexico Runners take a win today against the Amarillo Bombers, who were 2-0 with the win at Colorado and also a win at Wichita. 10-9. Oh, this is taken away by Oliveras. Almost another foul there from Zuba, but he holds himself back. Oliveras pushes that wide. Good shot just off frame. Sebas Marquez on the ball. Marquez trying to press forward. Oliveras, wow, he jumped on that and had a chance to level this game. Only 14 minutes or 1 minute into this quarter. Tito with another save. Ishmael Morales with the shot on frame. Diego Oliveras has been very active, looking for his shot, pressing. That's taken away by Dominic Zuniga. Turns back in, finds Oliveira facing him. Zuniga still on the ball. Calm, turns, Sebas. Marquez shot over the top. Good idea from Marquez, and that's what you want to see. 3 very young players on the field at the same time now, and there before just switched. Dominic Zuniga, Brian Alleman, but prior was Erwin Macias and Sebas Marquez. All 18-year-old players. Is showing the future of soccer in Kansas, and arena soccer is going to be exciting and fun for a very long time. There's Erwin Macias, now Brian Alleman. Morales on the ball, dancing. Inferno trying to possess this ball, and they swing back through captain Marcus Jordan. Ball played down low. It's 25, Carlos Caro. Shot actually hits Caro there. Juggled in another shot. Well played from Dodge City native Oscar Vasquez. Now swung across to Dakota. Back again, Brian Alleman, number 15. Probing, finds his left foot, turn, shot, goal! What a strike from the youngster from Wichita! Brian Alleman just signed from the Wichita Wings development team. Coach Roger Downing loves the kid, but can't find minutes. But Brian Alleman can find the upper corner, no problem, right here at the United Wireless Center in Dodge City, Kansas. Look at this strike as number 15, Alleman, turns to his left foot and takes this thing across goal to the upper corner. What a banger here in Dodge City, and we're level, folks. Brian Alleman, mark it, first goal for him for the Kansas Bandits, and it's 2-2 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. Tito on the ball. Angel, Francisco Rivas pressuring, and they've made some mistakes from the veteran pressure from Rivas and Morales, and Rivas forces a turnover there. Inferno back on the ball. The Bandits need to be careful. You've heard it a million times, but the most dangerous time to defend is right after you've scored. But then again, in arena soccer, it's also a momentum builder, and you see that in behind. Almost a foul there, came up a little bit late, was Oscar Vasquez, and it looked like, was Mario Martinez for the Bandits, and he kind of clipped Zuba. Zuba, the veteran, might have embellished it a little bit, but he did take some contact. He's cleared danger, finds it forward to Rivas. Rivas dispossessed by Andrew Della Torre. Ball played forward. The Bandits really dangerous right now. Hernandez flicks it forward, Della Torre. He's gonna have a go, he does. Shot goes wide, but rebound. Taken from Mario Martinez off the boards. Della Torre again. Della Torre calmly relaxes, a little 4v4. They look to be joined by Andrew Della Torre, but they make a mistake. Della Torre's having to track back against Rivas. Rivas joined by another attacker. Ball flicked off the boards. Bandits go unpunished from that so far, and Greg Hernandez back on the ball. He comes back to help, and he does win that. It's flicked forward to Mario Martinez. This game is wide open at the United Wireless Arena here in the MASL 2. Will Schaefer sponsoring this quarter. Beer distributor. We have to mention Heineken, Michelob, Budweiser, the other sponsors there at Standard Beverage. We appreciate all of the sponsors for the Kansas Bandits and what they're doing to help make this possible in western and southwest Kansas, that is. We have fans coming in from Garden City, Liberal, other surrounding areas, but Liberal almost on the Oklahoma-Texas border there where the Panhandle and everything meets. And tomorrow, a lot of fans, 20, 30 fans coming from Liberal and group tickets to see these Bandits play and support their Southwest Kansas team. And they're coming to watch against the Wichita Wings, where many grew up as the Wichita Wings and the Kansas City Comets, being those teams in Kansas that competed. Well, now the Kansas City Comets are actually in Missouri, where they also join the St. Louis Ambush. So you have the Ambush out of St. Louis, you have the Kansas City Comets out of Kansas City, Missouri, and then 2.5 hours southwest is Wichita, and west of there you find these Kansas Bandits at the United Wireless Arena. Folks, come check them out. Look at the schedule. If you're in Kansas, in Colorado, in Oklahoma or Texas in that panhandle area, this is worth the price of admission. And there goes Dominic Zuniga down the corner, defended by Morales. Zuniga still on the ball. An Inferno defender falls down. Zuniga flicks it across. Shot blocked away. De La Torre now with the bicycle kick. Missed. And what an opportunity. The young buck also from the Wings farm system there. Dominic Zuniga beats a player off the boards, throws it across, and De La Torre with the shot, but that shot just goes a great block, blocked away by the Inferno defender. This quarter with 9 minutes and 49 seconds left. Bandits looking to take a lead. That was a good block there from Jesse Meredith for the Inferno. Now Macias on the ball. He's headed that down. Alleman chasing. Inferno looking to press. Alleman recycles through Tito. Tito now has to dribble, and he's done well with that. Dakota with a mistake, though. Mishit. He recovers well. Almost beat off the boards, but back in front. Taken by Erwin Macias. Diego Oliveira is out and running, joined by Greg Hernandez. Ball across to Hernandez. Shot! Saved by Zuba! What a great save from Justin Zuba. Going up high and picking that thing out for where my friend Johnny Freedom says Grandma keeps the cookies. Great shot there from Hernandez in transition, running with Diego Oliveira, and Zuba shows his veteran save ability. In goal for the Inferno. Great strike from Hernandez and a great save from Zuba. Ball bouncing around in front of the goal. Dangerous again for the Bandits, and they've got caught twice now. Just a little bit lackadaisical there in the defensive third, where Rivas has scored both times, and there they're able to clear the danger. Oliveira in behind. Diego Oliveira probing and pressing, doing very well, and he earns a foul. Foul there called against the Inferno, number 4. That's Brett Marshall. Great job from Diego Oliveira, is just leaving it all on the field here in this first quarter, in this first half. Turn shot wide from Oscar, or tipped by Oscar Vasquez, but wide by Mario Martinez. Antonio De La Torre fighting against Marshall down in the corner, and this is Ismael Morales against Sebas Marquez. Marquez wins that, plays it off the boards. Shot saved by Zuba. Rebound, Angel, rebound, Tony. Shots all over the place and saves. Great saves by Zuba. Other way, Inferno comes running. Adam and Tito comes out, has to make a play. He's done it. Cleared away from danger to De La Torre. This is going to start a 3v1 counterattack. The Bandits on the counter. They find Antonio De La Torre. Save. Zuba. Header. Goal! Goal number 26. Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz has been probing. Tony's been probing. Oliveras has been probing. And they find their goal. It's a header off a save. Not much you're going to get there from what more you're going to get from Zuba. He made 2 saves in the sequence. And now 3-2 with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left. The Bandits have taken their first lead at home in the history of the United Wireless Arena. We're making history as we go, and you see what a save from Zuba, but Angel De La Cruz following up the play. He gets that rebound off a Antonio De La Torre's shot, saved by Zuba. We're going to take a 30-second break and be right back with you.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back to the United Wireless Arena, where the Bandits have just taken a lead 3-2 over the Colorado Inferno. The first lead at the United Wireless Arena in the history of the Kansas Bandits. And they turn around and have to make a quick save there in order to keep that lead. Another save for Tito. It's Tito Favela. It's been great. As well as Diego Oliveras, who's just drawn that foul. Foul against Carlos Queiroz. Shot goes wide as Dakota trying to play one deep off the boards. Well played from Zuba. Zuba outlet pass. Inferno running 3v3. The Bandits trying to track back. They win this in transition, and that creates a great ball through from Dominic Zuniga to Erwin Macias. Sebastian Marquez out and running. Shot from Macias blocked away. Collected by Zuba, and he finds the outlet. This game's been wide open for quite some time now. Erwin Macias back on the ball. Runner coming from Diego Oliveras. Macias thinks otherwise and says, hey, let's just play a little bit of half-court offense if we can. That ball errantly played from Dakota to the head of Oliveras, but they've won it back. Zuba, not much to do with it, but play it out of pressure, but he puts it back into the middle. Erwin Macias dribbling under pressure in a 1v2, and he's dispossessed by the Colorado Inferno. And there's a foul deep in the corner from Mario Martinez of the Bandits. So folks, I'm welcomed by color commentary, Martin Pina Field. He's here with us. He's going to help call these Bandits games and do some color. So Martin, welcome in. What do you think so far of the United Wireless Arena and these Kansas Bandits?
Well, thank you, Blake. No, this is, first of all, wow, what a place, what an arena. This facility is gorgeous. What a great place to watch a game. Yeah, these Bandits are very, very impressive. As you mentioned, they are very young. First-year franchise, but they're picking up the game quickly. They do have a lot of indoor and futsal background here in the city of Dodge City. So that is helping out in regards to the ball control and player movement and stuff. Oh, well done, well done. Yeah, some things that happened actually in between the first and the second quarter. Coach Isaías did a outstanding job of making some adjustments there. He did a great job on the first quarter. That I believe that the shifts were a little bit too long, so they cleaned that up. The shifts are a lot shorter now, and they are committing a lot more numbers forward on the counter. It was a little bit of maybe 1v1s. Now we're getting 2v1s, 3v2s, 3v1s, and which is creating a lot of opportunities, keeping the Inferno goalkeeper very, very busy.
There's a shot, just goes off the bar from Francisco Rivas, and now we see one of those 2v1, 2v2 type counterattacks you talked about, and that was Oliveras, plays Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz just misses, just off the side. Recovered by Oliveras, finds Tony De La Torre, looking for his shot, finds it, goal! Tony De La Torre! Great strike from De La Torre, and that's a goal with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. You see Tony De La Torre, number 10 for the Bandits, local kid, homegrown. In fact, his brother next to him there, Isaias, is the head coach. You've got Andrew De La Torre, another brother that coaches here with the the high school. Raul De La Torre does not play for the team right now, but Tony pushes this to his foot, the right foot. He's been great for Fort Hays State University, a recent graduate from there, and has a little bit of futsal background, as Martin alluded to. And you see him tuck that thing in near post, and the Bandits extend this lead to 2 with 4 minutes left in the half.
What a great shot. Well placed, now low. Out of the reach of the keeper's hand. The Inferno goalkeeper, he has a big frame, so keeping the ball low in the corner, just well-placed ball.
Mistake there from Sebastian Marquez, who puts this on a clearance straight out of bounds. So it's going to be a top-of-the-arc restart for the Inferno. And the first, oh no, are they saying it was a deflection? No, they are saying this is coming from referee Troy Manzi, saying wait for his whistle, but they're having to build a wall. Tito's still up high, having to get reset. Somebody needs to step right. The Bandits have really made a mistake on this, and Nick goes unpunished. They were unorganized at best on that restart. Had a player pushed all the way out, marking the wrong attackers instead of tucked in and denying a shot. That gets ducked near post to Francisco Rivas. He throws it back post. It should have been in the back of the net, but missed by the Inferno. The Bandits go unpunished for that. Nothing in it, says the referee. As Chris Veliz goes to the ground on that counterattack, the Bandits really need to settle in and get defensive assignments sorted at this moment, as the Inferno looking to press forward. And at times it looks like the veteran leadership early in this game of the Inferno was going to be a lot to deal with for the Bandits, but as the Bandits got out and run and continued to press and continued to get them up and down, it's actually seemingly, Martin, been the Bandits that have been the enforcer, and it almost seems as if they're taking some of the legs out of the Inferno here in this first half. And the Inferno trying to press higher and higher to save having to cover so much ground. And meanwhile, Isaiah De La Torre running numbers at the Colorado Inferno, and you see those young players we talked about. Here's another one as this is thrown deep. Looking for Chris Veliz, and he doesn't come up with it, but now pressed by Erwin Macias, and they just continue to throw young players at you. Dakota now stepping to the ball. Sebastian Marquez in. Also Dominic Zuniga there, he's fronting, wins the ball, plays back into a 2v1. That ball flicked forward to Dakota. Dakota's gonna win this. Zuba off his line. Dakota flicks it by, just past the bar and almost in. And that's right there, Martin, more of what we see from the press and the youthfulness, just continuing to win the ball going forward. Here's a 3v2 going the other way, one for the second time in a row from Dominic Zuniga. He's gonna have a go, turns, shoots, saved by Zuba, off the boards, Dakota again. Now, back in front, Zuniga. Boy, fun team to watch. What do you say, Martin?
Absolutely, God, up and down, like we keep mentioning, those young legs, they just keep going at them. They're dealing with both kinds of pressure, the physical pressure and the pressure of just being such a young team out there. They're doing fantastic.
That's cleared away there from Chris Veliz, and the Bandits really need to get a line change right now. But Veliz steps back up, wins this ball, falls down, turf monster, but was in on goal if he can turn there. This is a great time to get a sub for Veliz. The Bandits need to make some changes. They've had guys in for a long time. Veliz off, Diego Oliveira's in. De La Torre trying to penetrate with the pass, and that's blocked. Zuniga, Sombrero's a player, flicks down the line. Oliveira is back on the ball. This is gonna roll into Zuba for safekeeping for the Inferno, who've also had players on for quite some time. These shifts get long with 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the quarter. Bandits again unpunished, and that's so close for the Colorado Inferno. Good counterattack. Find a second post player, just ball a little bit behind him, so he's falling down as he tries to redirect that on goal. Tito Favela had committed to the near post, and that thing just goes becking on the second post. De La Torre back on the ball. Flicks this one down the line, tries to find Oliveira's. 40 seconds left now. Inferno in possession, looking to probe, maybe find one more chance. But the Bandits pressing very high and trying to force turnovers. which they've done again. Tito Favela finds Erwin Macias. Erwin turns, switches the field. Bandits look to maybe have one more chance here. Brian Alleman out and running if Diego Olivares can find him. Olivares, Alleman, touch, cuts back, shot off the bar, just misses. Still on the bar though. Handball! Oh, they call the first handball. Johnny on the spot there is Troy Manzi. Omar Estrada pleading for a handball. Brian Alleman just misses that shot high. Would want that back as we saw him with the great strike earlier in the game. And he tried to extend this to another goal. Macias up high to win that one on the way out. De La Torre, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to get out of this half, folks, with the Kansas Bandits leading in the MASL2 at halftime 4-2, and that's the second time they've led at halftime in the last 2 games, as they actually led the Wichita Wings at halftime at Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas, the home of the Wichita Wings. Now they lead here again at halftime 4-2 over the Colorado Inferno. 2 goals for Rivas to go 2-0 against the Bandits, and the Bandits come back with 4 unanswered goals coming from some pretty young players, but maybe Martin, nobody working harder up top than Diego Olivares. He seems to be everywhere right now, and you just saw him throw that ball across the front of the frame for Brian Alleman, who cuts back to the left foot. We saw a banger from Alleman earlier in the game, and just goes another save or a little bit high. The Bandits probing, and you give us your recap there on that last minute or so action.
Yeah, well done by the Kansas Bandits. They kept the pressure on. They kept them going for more goals. They didn't just sit back and just try to just hold on to the lead. They did a very, very good job of defending and keeping the guys in front. Great turnaround into the second period. You know, if we remember, I believe the Inferno had the lead. The Inferno had the lead 2-1 after the first, but then well done on making the adjustments and looking forward to an exciting second half.
Well, hey, thanks for your color commentary, Martin, and thank you to the United Wireless Arena. Thank you to the Boot Hill Casino. Thank you, Visit Dodge City, and thank you to all the sponsors of the Dodge City soccer programs in area around the United Wireless Center. For the Kansas Bandits, we're going to go to halftime here. The Bandits leading 4-2 over the Colorado Inferno. We'll be back with you for the second half in 13 minutes.
We have nothing to hide. Buy from family.com.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Outlander Sport, starting at $333 per month.
Buy from family.com.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
For 150 years, Dodge City has provided 150 years of adventure. 150 years of excitement. 150 years of culture. Make some history. Celebrate with us. 150 years of Dodge City. The West is just the beginning.
Outlanders in stock, starting at $398 per month.
Buy from family.com.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Search the best deals.
Buy from family.com.
Upside down? We can help.
Buy from family.com.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
We'll buy your car.
Buy from family.com.
You guys know where to get a schedule and a roster? Oh God. Afterwards, ready to
For 150 years, Dodge City has provided 150 years of adventure. 150 years of excitement. 150 years of culture. Make some history. Celebrate with us. 150 years of Dodge City. The West is just the beginning.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back to the United Wireless Arena. Just ending halftime here. Approaching the third quarter with the Bandits leading 4-2. I'm going to go through a few highlights here. Early in this game, Rivas punishing Wichita going up 2-0, or sorry, not Wichita, I'm reading from my script here. Kansas Bandits punishing the Bandits, hanging out inside the box, and the read was going to be that Wichita comes in tomorrow, but there was my read for Wichita as the Wichita kid, Brian Alleman, finds this space on his left foot and smashes one across goal, and Zuba never sees it. Next opportunity going the other way, De La Torre saved again by Zuba, and Angel De La Cruz, Johnny on the spot, finds the header after another save from Zuba, who's been all over the place seemingly from having to make saves, and he's really been called into action from over 16 shots from the Bandits. And the final one, Antonio De La Torre shifting the ball back across goal, finding his right foot and hitting that thing near post against Zuba. The Bandits get out of the half up 4-2 against the Inferno. We're ready to start the second half here from the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas. And we're underway. The Bandits probing early, coming out with some energy. Already Zuba called back into action, flicked off the boards, another one. And I'm having trouble seeing who scored down there, but it was Angel De La Cruz fighting and scrapping, and Zuba already called back into action. And that's Mario Martinez with the goal. Assisted off the boards from Angel De La Cruz, but a great way for the Kansas Bandits to start this half. There you see just a putback, scrapping for a goal is number 8, Mario Martinez. De La Cruz fighting, assist awarded to him, and now 5-2, and not how Coach John Wells and the Colorado Inferno drew this up at halftime. They're scrambling now, and that takes the veteran leadership of Brett Marshall to come over to get that pressure that Diego Olivares was providing away. Angel De La Cruz, fortunate for Inferno not to give up a foul there. De La Cruz was pressing and won the ball. Dakota now, and that's going to be a clearance out of bounds. Not an intentional clearance, it's going against the boards. Already another goal scored by the Kansas Bandits. Put down at the corner, De La Cruz again getting on top of the ball. Zuba comes out and cleans that up, but Dakota had pushed that down the line for him. Inferno wanting to get out in transition. Played out of bounds by Greg Hernandez. Rivas maybe asking Manzi if that's an intentional clearance, but maybe he didn't see it hit the ground. Now looking for help. Finds the support of a teammate that eventually finds Hernandez. Ball just bouncing around. Hernandez gets a touch as it comes out. Flicked forward by Olivares, ends up on the boot of Rivas. A little bit of hecticness going on. Overall, nobody really calmly in possession. Even the first goal of this half scored was scrambling. And there's Ishmael Morales with almost a wall of score as he takes a bicycle kick from the top of the box, and it just goes wide. Great strike from Morales. Now Rivas down in the corner, pushed away by Tony De La Torre. Hernandez flicks it forward to Olivares. He's shown us he's going to run all game, and he does it again. Turns the defender twice. Now off the boards, won back well by Colorado Inferno. Inferno the other way with numbers. De La Torre to front the ball, Rivas. Andrew De La Torre now in front of Rivas. Off the boards, pushed away by Tito Favela. Inferno bench asking for a handball. Looked like Mario Martinez may have been close to doing just that. A giveaway, Dominic Zuniga wins it, plays Tony De La Torre. De La Torre has De La Cruz overlapping, and calm as you'd like. The Bandits reset. Andrew De La Torre finds Mario, Tony. Mario. There's Dominic Zuniga, has to shield, and he does. Referee says play on, flick back across Mario. Tony, shot, blocked away. The Bandits really dangerous right now. 5 unanswered goals against the Colorado Inferno. Inferno needing something bad to stop from reeling. Possession, top of the box from Inferno, but the Bandits have a massive amount of numbers, defending 5 versus 3. Now in transition with numbers, and this youthfulness taking a toll against the Inferno. Shot just wide. Good strike from Erwin Macias. Foul deep in the corner by Dominic Zuniga. And a bench warning. We'll see who that's against, but a warning here issued by referee Troy Manzi. Ball hit forward, collected by Andrew Delatorre, and this high press from the Bandits has worked wonders since they were down 0-2. It's really taken the Colorado Inferno out of their rhythm.
Don't forget to go full Budweiser and Michelob Ultra from our special sponsor, Will Fisher.
Shot saved by Tito Favela. Shot there from Carlos Guerrero. Great counterattack and goal! That's been coming all year, folks. And there's Erwin Macias on the back post on a ball laid across from Mario Martinez. The Bandits have went up 6-2. Goal to Erwin Macias, another youngster, 18-year-old from right here at Dodge City High School. Erwin Macias, he gets to go throw that ball to mom and dad. There's a collector's item. 6-2, the Kansas Bandits leave the Colorado Inferno, and goals coming from exactly where you'd hoped. Local young talent from around the region that's going to be a big part of soccer in this community for decades to come. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left. Another save there from Favela. And great counterattack again by the Bandits, who get out and run, extend this lead to 6-2. And Erwin Macias has been one of those players that for the last 3 games has been simply amazing getting forward, putting his heart and desire into the game. Very technical player, strikes the ball well. And that one he just got out and run, but keeper went low, Zuba went low, and Macias elects to go high, gets a little love off the crossbar, bounces in. Bandits 6, Inferno 2, 6 straight unanswered goals. Marcus Jordan shot there over the top. 10 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Bandits have extended this lead now to 4. Referees having a discussion. They have communication on the headset, making sure they get this right, whatever the call is. It looks like just a little bit of delay to reset the officials. We'd like to remind you folks that we'll be back at 3 p.m. tomorrow for a doubleheader here at the United Wireless Arena. Wichita Wings travel in here to Dodge City in southwest Kansas for the first time in their history of the Wichita Wings, which dates back to 1979. One of the most storied soccer franchises in indoor soccer, in all of indoor soccer, but now headed here to the United Wireless Arena, to one of the best looking accommodations and size specific to arena soccer venues in all of arena soccer as well. In fact, the same builder that built New Mexico, that built Kansas City's venue, and again, De La Cruz, goal, second post tap in, off the assist from Mario Martinez, and Angel De La Cruz is on fire right now. The Bandits running away with this one, and Inferno, if they're going to have anything to say about it, they better speak now, because the Bandits don't look to be letting up. A 5-goal lead, 7 unanswered goals. That goal coming at the 9-minute, 27-second mark in the third quarter. They're on fire over there. The guys are supportive on the bench. Congratulations. So far goes to coming back from a 2-goal deficit. No quitting these guys. Goes to the Bandits coaching staff for keeping them in this game and staying focused. Tony Delatorre back on the ball. Dominic Zuniga. Folks, if you're tuning in, it was 0-2. If you're a Bandits fan, 2-0. Francisco Rivas for Inferno had scored twice and Bandits were trailing. There's a ball in through from Dominic Zuniga. Zuniga find Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz just a little bit wide. Folks, I've been saying Angel Dela Cruz for most of this game. He's number 29. Danny Rojas is actually 26. I appreciate the stats people keeping us honest. Danny Rojas has been the one that's been on fire and has put a handful of goals in here tonight and or shots in and scored a few. Had the header on the back post, just scored again there. And has been all over the place. Flicked on, safe from Tito. He sees a counterattack and he's going to go ahead and throw that to Delatorre. Delatorre was looking to sub. Tito Favela even faked out. Antonio Delatorre, number 10 for the Bandits. Now a 2v2 going the other way. Dominic Zuniga, 18-year-old player from the Wichita Wings organization against Arena Soccer veteran Francisco Rivas. And Zuniga wins that battle and draws a foul against Rivas coming out. Folks, we're going to take a break. That's an official's timeout. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
'22 Mirage starting at $15,975.
Buyfromfamily.com.
And we're back. Welcome back to the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas. Colorado Inferno making their first trip ever to Dodge City here in Southwest Kansas to play the new startup expansion franchise in the Kansas Bandits. They're in green, white, and red against the all-white Colorado Inferno. Inferno jumped out to a 2-0 lead, since 7 unanswered goals from the Kansas Bandits, have the Bandits up 7-2. And everybody here that supports the Bandits having a great time. Young players, energized, looking to make an impact, earn minutes going forward. There's Brian Alleman, new player, just signed his first minutes here on the ground, and they're going to call that foul against Alleman. Most of the players down there on the field aren't sure about that one, and I got to say, folks, who am I to judge a referee's decision? But player playing on the ground, Alleman really with no contact, just backing off, trying to not let the player play, but at the same time, not foul. Now Bandits 3v2 counterattack. Alleman, Erwin Macias, Mario Martinez, plays to Martinez. Martinez, touch, flick, finds the second post, misses. Alleman, shot again, misses wide. Bandits 2 opportunities going becking in a 3v2 counterattack and just miss. Macias comes back, pokes that by, maybe gets fouled, but no call. Touched into Alleman. Alleman on the ball, turns, patient. Brian Alleman, alone, 1-year loan from the Wichita Wings. 18-year-old player from the Wings Development M3 team. Now playing MASL 2 right here for the Kansas Bandits on a 1-year loan. Joining him, Dominic Zuniga, also on loan from the Wichita Wings. Alleman with the goal already tonight, put the team up 3-2. Quite the banger. We'll go back over that highlight later because there's quite a few of them. And there he is fighting against the boards. Touched by Martinez and Erwin Macias trying to lead that counterattack. Dela Cruz plays Alleman. Alleman stands on the ball, and this is what you get from that young player that we talked about, his patience. Mario Martinez, probing, shot, goes wide. Bandits really looking to continue to get after him, and it seems to be taking a toll on the legs of this Colorado Inferno team. Colorado came in last night, however. They didn't just drive in. They came in last night, had a good night had a good night's stay at the Dodge House Hotel and Convention Center. Dodge House Hotel and Convention Center, the home hotel of the Kansas Bandits. Dodge House Hotel allowed a 4 p.m. checkout. The Inferno got to the arena after a good night's sleep and were able to come in and be in fresh legs. They came out on fire. Veteran leadership took over this game early, but the Bandits, since with their legs and high press, have really caused a lot of problems for the Inferno. Bandits fans out there watching right now, if you're in the area and you can make it, your Bandits need you tomorrow against the Wichita Wings in the I-54 rivalry that's brewing. The Bandits lost on December 23rd by 1 goal to the Wichita Wings on the road at Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas. Tito Favela back out again. Cleared away by Dakota, and that's going to be an errant clearance. It's going to be a top-of-the-arc restart for an intentional clearance against the Bandits. We'd like to thank Will Fisher for sponsoring the Kansas Bandits. Thank you for your sponsorship. Will Fisher, a distributor of Budweiser and Michelob Ultra products. We aren't biased. We like Budweiser here inside the United Wireless Arena. We like Mich Ultra. We also like Modelo. We also like Heineken. So thanks goes out to the additional sponsorships of Standard Beverage, Cargill, Koch Industries, and National Beef. We thank you to all of the employers in this region that make this area of Southwest Kansas such a thriving community with a lot of industry in cattle and herding and meat packing and dairy and so forth. Folks, it's been said that you can't eat if they go to sleep out here in Southwest Kansas, and that may be true. A thriving community right now and thriving soccer in the Major Arena Soccer League 2. Shot, goal, that's gotta be in, and it is. What a banger. What a strike there with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left. Off the foot of Estrada. Omar Estrada. Great strike assisted by Dakota. And that's 8 unanswered goals for the Kansas Bandits. Not sure they could have scripted this any better, folks. Troy Manzi calls a foul there against Mario Martinez. Behind the play. Says you can't do that as he was tugging and fouling along the way. And folks, my fault. That was actually number 11, Chris Valise. The Inferno really struggling right now, turning the ball over under the youthful high press of the Bandits. The Bandits just seem to continually get these counterattack opportunities and finding clean shots on the second post and in front of the goal. Zuba has to be frustrated as a veteran there, but at this point, the Inferno is going to have to get out and run themselves, and that's going to create opportunities like this. Dominic Zuniga just wide. Strike from Zuniga goes wide. And they're going to have to come out. They're going to have to pressure. They're going to have to chase this game. And now you leave those young legs in behind to run and counter. And that's not what you want to see right now with heavy legs of the Colorado Inferno. Zuniga in behind. He's turned him. That's no call there. Well played from Inferno, but a little bit of love from the referees. You probably don't see that go uncalled if it's not 8-2, folks. Nevertheless, the Bandits would have loved that call as Zuniga looked to play in the second post, and it was going to be a 1v1 with the keeper if he comes away with that. Erwin Macias now out and running. He's played a ball across. There's Zuniga. Zuniga joined by Dela Cruz. Fighting. Rivas on top of him. Zuniga and Rivas get after it just a bit, but foul goes against the rookie, not the veteran. That's a foul on Dominic Zuniga. He brings down Rivas in that tussle. Troy Manzi's resetting. We have 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Inferno really need to get something done and try to close this gap. See if they can put a goal or two in here in this quarter and see if they can get within striking distance in the fourth. Macias has won that ball, finds Oliveras. Oliveras patient, overlapping Dakota. Dakota gets blocked. Bandits still pressing. It looks like a 2-minute penalty here behind the play. Troy Manzi, senior official here on this game, has seen something he didn't like. Oh, and that's actually against the Bandits. That's against Greg Hernandez, and that's going to put the Inferno on a power play.
Let's make some noise. Let's kill this penalty. 2 minutes.
Looking to see maybe an elbow there from Greg Hernandez. 2-minute penalty, blue card awarded at the 2-minute and 17-second mark to Greg Hernandez. That puts the Inferno on a power play. The Bandits will have to try to kill their first penalty of the day. One other 2-minute penalty came out when Justin Zuba came off his line at 0-2. Fouled Diego Oliveras, resulting in a penalty kick taken by Tony Della Torre. There's another foul against the Bandits. Looks like Mario Martinez for that one. Was a foul against Martinez, clearly. Martinez felt like he got fouled first. Nevertheless, a restart that puts Francisco Rivas back on the ball. Up top, Luis Gonzalez playing down to Morales, Rivas, Gonzalez, Josue Jimenez, Marcus Jordan running the point in the middle, trying to find that space down low with Morales. Rivas, toe roll, loses the ball. Cleared away by Della Torre, and now they're going to hold by Mario Martinez. Gets out and runs, and that's nothing in it, says the referee, but a great counter and exactly what you want off the penalty kill from the Bandits. They get back in and they get back into their diamond shape. Marquez defending. Shot flicked on just off the mark from Morales. Marquez wins it, trying to figure out what to do with the ball, and he does exactly what you want. If you're Isaias Della Torre, he draws a foul against Rivas. .55 seconds left in the quarter. Played forward, Diego Oliveras misses a sitter. What a ball from from Andrew Della Torre. Tony Della Torre behind him. The Della Torre brothers on the pitch on this penalty kill got me confused. Andrew Della Torre plays a brilliant through ball. Diego Oliveras off and running, a great substitution there from Coach Isaias. And Diego Oliveras just pushes that over the bar. Unfortunate. Rivas, same power play unit for Colorado. Jordan. Into Morales, dispossessed, played straight out of bounds by the Inferno. That's going to leave us at 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Power play almost killed. Another ball in behind. Marquez shot, saved by Zuba. Zuba asking for 3 lines. And it was. Three-line pass there. And it is supposed to be from the other side. Referee's trying to figure this out. And it is a 3-line pass. We go to the third official, Nick Guerrero, who gets this right. And it's going to be a restart at the top of the yellow line after a 3-line pass from the Bandits. Yellow card issued to Marcus Jordan. This looks like it's going to be for dissent. Jordan and Troy Manzi having some words over there. They're going to sort that out. This will not be shorthanded, although Jordan is going to the box for dissent for a yellow card. This will not make the Inferno play shorthanded, as it was just a dissent penalty. Yellow card, Jordan cannot re-enter until after 5 minutes have expired and the next guaranteed substitution after 5 minutes. Jimenez, Rivas, saved. And the penalty is expired. Penalty was killed. Here comes Hernandez. Hernandez out and running. And already back to the sin bin. Just came off, comes in full strength, gets into a tackle with Zuba. Looked like a 50-50 challenge. Rivas gets a shot on one end, saved by Favela. Saved by Favela, folks. You can't script this stuff. You can't dream it up, I suppose. Comes in, gets into that challenge you're seeing, and it almost looks like they arrive at the same time. Of course, I'm not on the field, but Zuba, Greg Hernandez go into the same challenge, 50-50 ball. Foul called against Hernandez, another 2-minute penalty. Hernandez right back to the sin bin, and now the Kansas Bandits, the Bandits have to kill their second penalty in a matter of seconds after expiring.
As we go into the fourth quarter, your Bandits 8, Inferno 2.
That's going to be it for the third quarter. We'll take a break and be right back with you.
For 150 years, Dodge City has provided 150 years of adventure. 150 years of excitement. 150 years of culture. Make some history. Celebrate with us. 150 years of Dodge City. The West is just the beginning.
Welcome back to the Major Arena Soccer League 2 match this evening between the Kansas Bandits and the Colorado Inferno. The first time these two have met, as the Kansas Bandits are the newest expansion franchise of the Major Arena Soccer League 2 here in this conference, and the Heartland Conference of the Midwest region, based out of Southwest Kansas and Dodge City, playing here at the United Wireless Arena. Some pretty close rivals actually brewing, only a handful of hours from Colorado Springs for this Colorado Inferno team. 4 hours north of Amarillo, about 7-hour trek from Rio Rancho for the New Mexico Runners, and 2.5 hours only from Wichita for the Wichita Wings, just west of Wichita. So all day trips for the most part, maybe overnight for the Colorado Inferno or the New Mexico Runners. But tomorrow, a doubleheader here at the United Wireless Arena. The Bandits now leading 8-2, but have Wichita Looming, who's on fresh legs, doesn't play today. Is going to come in tomorrow and face this Kansas Bandits team, who's definitely leaving it all on the field, looking for their first win of their, not just of the season, but in the history of the club here at the United Wireless Arena. Where else better would it come from? Led for most of the game, in fact, on December 23rd against the Wichita Wings and lost by 1, so that should be one heck of a rematch. The Bandits with a lot of youth, so some extra players here, 7 or 8 more players here that aren't dressed right now that very well could for tomorrow, being that they're at home right now. But so much youth in this team that their legs will recover quick enough to get back out. Let's expect them to still put on a show tomorrow against the Wichita Wings. From what we've heard, there's quite a little Orange Army contingency that's coming to town, so that'll be interesting. If the Orange Army rolls into town just 2.5 hours away, it's been decades since we've seen the likes of those kind of rivalries, going back when Wichita would play the Kansas City Comets and those teams would send fan base back and forth from their booster clubs. We expect a little bit of presence from the Wichita Wings tomorrow. Meanwhile, more importantly, the Bandits with a 6-goal lead, killing a penalty. Second penalty in a row issued to Greg Hernandez. But trying to kill this thing off here in the fourth quarter and keep this lead high enough where they can comfortably come out with the first win in franchise history. They're looking to kill this penalty right now. And Sebas Marquez goes down with the foul after he's flicked this off the boards. But referees quick to come out with 2 blue cards in this 8-2 game, with 8 unanswered goals going in the way of the Bandits. 2 power plays in a row for the Inferno, but the Bandits still seemingly have the fresher legs as they're using this youthfulness. Again, players coming in from MASL 3 teams from Sunflower State. Now the penalty has been killed. There's Hernandez back on the field. He has to be careful because he's on 2 blue cards. Also, 2 players just signed on loan for the next year from the Wichita Wings development squad. Wichita Wings, multi-year agreements there with the Wings. Brian Alleman and Dominic Zuniga. Wings so loaded in the midfield that the minutes just weren't going to be there for the 2 youngsters. They come out here and go on loan, and they find the experience in the minutes. And kudos to the Wichita Wings organization, understanding that it's important for their players to continue to develop. They need to play, even if those players may dress against the Wichita Wings tomorrow. And that's nothing new. You saw that when the Kansas City Comets loaned a player like Lucas Suesa, he would say, but they would say Sosa, with Eric Brungard and the guys on their brilliant call. One of the best broadcasts in the Major Arena Soccer League, if not the best. Lucas Sosa going to, good little flick there for Mario Martinez, finds Angel De La Cruz, and now across to Marquez. But good, now this team's getting patient, they're taking opportunities, gotta be a foul, maybe even digging in your pocket, but Marquez does well to draw that foul. That foul goes against Brett Marshall. Good foul from Marshall because he's winding up against Zuba if not. It looks like the Bandits are going to use a timeout here, folks, and we're going to stay with you. It's just a 45-second timeout, but the Bandits are going to use their last guaranteed timeout just to settle in. Isaias De La Torre decides to use it, understanding that he's still got one more at the under-8 official broadcast timeout. So we'll still have one more guaranteed timeout in this game, other than stoppages that may happen in the flow of play. But not only is he drawing something up here, folks, but trying to reorganize his team, coming off of killing yet another power play. They've killed off 2 power plays after running 8 in a row goals off, 0-2. They were 8 unanswered goals from the Bandits and now killed power plays that one after another. Fortunately for the Bandits, the quarter between the third and the fourth quarter broke up the power plays a little bit to give them a break. And now, in my opinion, a good timeout for Isaias De La Torre to allow his team to recover again, get his line situated, and sort this back out. Going back to what I was talking about prior is these organizations understanding about development and seeing a player like Brian Alleman, who's been impactful on the score sheet, right now has the game winner in this game, was the third goal of the game for the Bandits, and Dominic Zuniga, who's been buzzing around the field. This is Brian Alleman on the ball with his left foot. Don't be surprised if he just straight away has a go here, because he smacked one from this same distance earlier. But ultimately, De La Torre liked this and had an opportunity to get a set piece lined up, and he's got the right players in position. Touch, flick, De La Torre, right-footed shot. Alleman there just as a disguise, but there he is on the ball again, and that's the Wichita Wings development team product who played last year in the MASL 3 with FC Wichita, the third division team of the Wichita Wings. Allowing those players that were ready to go on and play M2, even if they can't find the minutes within their organization, says a lot. And tomorrow could be interesting, Martine, as we look up and see a couple of those Wings development squad guys playing against the Wichita Wings, it appears.
It'll be an exciting game tomorrow with the Wings, so we'll be bringing a lot of young product out there too, with Junior and Max.
Yeah, you know, Max Shea, the report is on Max Shea. He's a young product from that same system that 19-year-old player, but Max Shea, or maybe 20 now. Max Shea actually is sick. He's under the weather. He won't be making that trip. Junior Quezada, the 18-year-old, who was part of that MASL 3 team as well, will make the trip for Wichita. He's one game in so far. Had an unbelievable assist last week, watching that thread against the Amarillo Bombers in a counterattack that was sparred off the throw of Mauricio Vargas. Rookie goalkeeper for the Wichita Wings, but hardly can call him a rookie with all his national team World Cup and experience with Costa Rica's national team, and also obviously most recently the CONCACAF Champions League minutes against the likes of DC United and so forth. To call a guy like that a rookie seems a little bit weird, but this indoor game is different, and he's now in Wichita, coaching in Wichita, and picked up a little bit of playing opportunity with the Wichita Wings. Throws an outlet pass. Junior Quezada, the 18-year-old kid with the heel flick, find another exciting player that Wichita will bring in tomorrow, Luis Dantes, the midfielder out of Portugal, that's also from that FC Wichita USL 2 system. This is Oliveras, played in behind, ball across, and it just needed to find the second post, and that should have been an easy goal there for the Bandits, but they don't punish him. That's Danny Rojas, who's got a couple goals on the day and has been amazing so far. Rojas, apologies, Danny. We saw your number is 29 from up here in the broadcast booth and called out Angel De La Cruz, who in his own right's been good. But Danny Rojas needs to be recognized for his performance here. Came out, worked hard. He's been getting out and running with Diego Oliveras, Erwin Macias, Dominic Zuniga controlling, forcing players back in the midfield. That's helping Oliveras and Rojas have these counter opportunities, and they've been very lethal with them. Here it is again. Zuniga overlapping Oliveras. Oliveras holds up the ball, lays it across to Macias. Macias has Dakota. Zuniga, this is Dakota. Tries to flick it off the boards. No foul there against the Inferno. Zuba, the pro that he is, holds the ball up for a long time. Well done by Justin Zuba, other than throwing this ball out of bounds. He holds the play up to make sure the player that appeared to have hit his head on the boards was okay. Asked the referee to wait for his 4-second count, Martine, and then starts. And that's what you want to see, even in a game that's a little bit, 9 minutes and 41 seconds. It's a little bit out of hand. A lot can happen in a short period of time. But with this young team, to see that kind of gesture from Justin Zuba to manage that. And speaking of Zuba, his day's going to be done, it looks like, and it appears Casey Gasson is coming in. He's going to finish this game out with 9 minutes and 41 seconds. I don't think this is a situation where Zuba's hurt. You just have two number ones. You have the fortune of having two number ones in this situation if you're Coach John Wells, a player that traveled and played in the Arena National Pool 5-6 years ago, has experience there, also a perennial starter for the New Mexico Runners, moved his family to Colorado, and now is in a position where he's playing, it appears at times behind Justin Zuba, but a great calming influence, a great steward of the game, a great person, and the team will get behind a player like Casey Gasol. There's Rivas in the middle. Another counterattack here. Delatorre's out and running, and Troy Manzi. That ball hits Manzi, and he's going to give it back to the Bandits, which he should. But fortunate for the Inferno because Delatorre was off and running in behind.
Yeah, right there. Unfortunately, Troy got the worst of it again as the Bandits player tried to play the kick. Play quickly and ended up kicking the referee.
He stopped it because it hit him, and then he turns around and hits him again, right? And Troy says, well, look, I'm just one guy on the pitch out here, guys. What more do you want me to do? Zuniga looking for his shot. Little scissor, cuts back, left foot, shot. Kick save by Gasson. Good strike there from Zuniga, looking for his shot. Good to see the youngsters coming in and feeling comfortable, trying to impact the game. Looking to make an impact on the stat sheet, show their worth a little bit. Recycled here to Casey Gasson. 8 minutes. What can the Inferno do? I mean, how long before you go to the sixth attacker? Do you go to the sixth attacker with 6 minutes? Well, what do you have to, or with six down by 6, with 5, 6, 8 minutes? What do you have to lose? Do you just try to play this 5-a-side?
Yeah, I think you just try to press him and just go all out. Try to play quickly. Try to be as direct as possible. Take a lot of shots. Try to get 1 or 2 goals here within the next couple minutes, and try to make this game interesting. At this point, it doesn't matter if he gets scored on 5 or 6 more times.
Yeah,
you gotta catch up.
Throw the numbers.
Yeah.
We got to apologize to those watching from Colorado, Inferno fans. The uniforms are very difficult to read. The numbers aren't a different color. There's just a halo or a highlight around the numbers. So you can just see the shadow. And from where we sit here, it is very difficult for us to make the numbers out. So we're having to remember the players, which we do from, calling indoor games, calling games in Wichita, and so forth over the years. We know some of these players, but for instance, a player that's on the ball right there, number 23, David Silva, it takes 3 or 4 looks to see that number. So apologies to you. You probably want to hear more out of us than that. We're just trying to keep up to the play without being able to read those. That foul there against the Bandits, against Casey Gasson. Gasson did well to break the pressure. That's Macias pressing, defender turning him. Luis Gonzalez did well to break that pressure, but they turn it over. Now Macias in behind. Shot off the boards, deflected back. Counterattack opportunity for Ishmael Morales. He's brought that down over his right shoulder. Brilliant touch from Morales over his shoulder. They kind of get into a little bit of scuffle, and I'm not sure why the Bandits need to get involved in that right now, but Angel De La Cruz, not sure what was said between the two or if they tugged, but De La Cruz fouled by Morales, and De La Cruz was offended by something that was said there. Nevertheless, a foul on Morales. Six minutes almost, just over, left in this game. Bandits still pressing high and making it difficult. No rest for the Inferno. Macias, Alaman. Back to Martinez. Mario flicks it back. Delatorre tries to come clean it up. He does well to head this back and allow Tito the opportunity to use his hands. Favela holds long enough to allow for a substitution, and Tony Delatorre on for Erwin Macias. This Bandits team not just growing up on the stat sheet here and the score sheet, starting to understand when to hold up the play and when to get substitutions. There's a guy you don't want to see out in the open running. And that goes off the bar, saved, probably a foul, but uncalled against the goalkeeper. Rivas gets it tangled up a little bit down in the corner. It looked like maybe Marquez rolled his ankle as he was trying to defend Rivas. And unlucky from the Inferno not to score. On the other end, Gasson looking at John Wells, asking him if he wants to go ahead and bring the 6th attacker. Wells does have Marcus Jordan on the sideline with the 6th attacker jersey. Not yet, came in yet. And it looks like in order to get this 6th attacker substitution in, Gasson's going to run off now. 5 minutes, 2 seconds left in this match. 6-goal advantage to the Kansas Bandits. Marcus Jordan has now stepped on as the 6th man for the Colorado Inferno, Martin, and that's what we said. Why wait, right? You got to do it. What's the difference between 7 or 8? You got to go ahead and throw numbers and try to capture this game. If you can dig the claw back into it, take some momentum at the least into future games. Bandits need to not get too wide-eyed and look to defend and get out on the counter. They've done that. Mario Martinez tripped up from behind, no call.
Now the Bandits got to be careful here. Make sure that they stay disciplined defensively.
As you talked about discipline, Tony Delatorre wins the ball against Jordan, has a 2v1, and sees that it's a 6th attacker and just smacks at it thinking he's out, when really be patient, take that touch, hold the play if you need, but they have a 2v1 against a defender instead of a goalkeeper, and that opportunity, you know, you may get another one, but you don't get that one back. They just needed to be calm. So as they've been growing up, one thing they haven't done yet as a young team is played against the team attacking with the 6th attacker.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity to go ahead and get across that, break, forge that bridge as well if you were a river. So there is Rojas fighting still, number 26. He's on the ball. Rivas wins that coming out. A foul against Danny Rojas, and they start quick. That's Ismael Morales. Ball into the stands. And there is your officials' timeout. It's been a long time coming. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left. We're going to take a 45-second timeout, but we'll just go ahead and stay here with you for a moment. Referees have to take this broadcast timeout, but it's going to be short-lived. Martine, talk to us a little bit here about the importance of a young team learning to play against a 6th attacker, what you've seen so far and what the Bandits need to learn from this moment.
Yeah, for the most part, they did a good job of just being patient and you stand behind the ball, no chasing. As soon as they win the ball, though, just because the way that they have controlled this game is as soon as they win, they go and they release and they're attacking. And especially now they're saying, oh, there's no goalkeeper, let's go. So it's a little bit deceiving, but you have to just manage the game, keep the ball a bit, force them to chase because they need the ball. So they're going to come and pressure you and just keep the ball moving, force them to run. I'm sure that Coach Isaias is addressing that right now.
Yeah, and it's probably a moment where John Wells usually would bring his goalkeeper out, get back in possession here, and then make the change. But like we've been saying, there's nothing to lose. Marcus Jordan comes back on, and you just press and hope to win that ball. Now, the Bandits are also going to log some minutes here for tonight's backup keeper, Johnny Ortiz, who's into the match. And Tito Favela, on a brilliant night tonight, was fantastic for the Bandits. Congratulations to Tito Favela coming in and being a part of this. Was good for Sunflower and M3 in the past, and now brings that winning prowess here to the Bandits in the MASL 2.
Yeah, Tito has been great organizing the defense, communicating with his players, and making the key saves when need to.
Ortiz off his line, and that's going to be a rookie mistake from Ortiz. He comes out to win that and clears it, but he puts it straight out of bounds, and that's a clearance, a defensive clearance in the defensive zone. So this is Rivas on the top of this. And, folks, he's looking to the keeper's left upper corner. This is Patton and Rivas. Don't be surprised if he just has a go, but he doesn't. Instead, it's Jordan. Jordan the other direction. Shot saved by Ortiz. That's played out by Macias, and that's going to put Jordan into a position that he had to track all the way back there. And there's Oliveira in behind. He's pushed it past Jordan. Marshall still there. Pushed it by again. Oliveira's goal. Diego Oliveira's. The Bandits score shorthanded and go 9-2. We said it earlier. Diego Oliveira has been all over this pitch tonight, and he's just running around using the boards as teammates as he plays it by not just the goalkeeper, but then past Marshall and tucks this thing in. And now the Bandits 9-2, and a well-earned goal to Diego Oliveira.
Yeah, that play started with great defense right there. You're staying patient, staying in front of the offensive player. Dominic steals the ball against the wall, plays it off the wall to Oliveras. Then he plays it off the wall to himself, and then again, and then again, and then a finish.
A great assist from the young buck out of Wichita, too, the 18-year-old Dominic Zuniga that right now is tracking down here, pressured in the corner. That ball across, Jordan clears, but won again by the Bandits. And let's see if they continue to stretch this Inferno team. They do. Ball across, Zuniga now on the ball. He flicks it back to Dakota. Dakota fancies his chances and has a go. Bandits just need to be calm here and take a little bit of clock off of this and have the numbers, but they don't. And now Rivas on the ball. He holds up well. Looking for support, flicked in behind. Won by Erwin Macias, back to Zuniga. Rivas wins it off him. Johnny Ortiz almost called into action, but that shot goes wide. Game's wide open, speaking of wide. Dakota on the ball, flips it across, and we've got a 2v2. Now 3v2 if Zuniga can join. The Bandits hold this game up a little bit. Oh, he's turned. He thought it was the keeper. Plays Rivas in, looking for a hat trick. Rivas brought down behind the play, and that looks like it was just on the edge of the box, but now a penalty is going to go the other way. Foul is a bad decision from the Bandits, who thought it was his goalkeeper. Finally try to hold up the play and turn and play it to Francisco Rivas, who finds himself in these great moments over and over again. He has a knack for that. That foul probably needed to happen, but fortunately Rivas is healthy. That's going to be a shootout or a penalty kick. Has to be one of the two because it was a last man back foul. They're talking about it on the field now, but that penalty was Angel De La Cruz. This is going to be a shootout. You got to think this shootout's going to be awarded to Rivas. He's taking it from the wrong spot. He needs to take it from the yellow line. Let's see if the referees can sort this out. Rivas has this ball spotted at the top of the arc, and so far nobody's caught it on the referee crew. Looks like Troy Manzi's going to come down and sort this out. He's told him to hold it up for a second. He's telling him wait for a whistle. Nobody's respotted the ball. Unless the rules have changed, I don't want to berate the officials. Unless the rules have changed, Martin, shootouts happen from the yellow line. This is not from there. Probably meaningless with the minute left anyway. But let's see if Rivas can tally his hat trick. And he does. No, he has not, but he finally does. Rivas just rolls Johnny Ortiz. Easy as you'd like from Francisco Rivas, and those are pretty much freebies against anybody right now. Rivas shot fake, rolls to the left, gets a bad touch when he tries to dribble it in. Fortunately for Rivas, he comes back and does finish off that hat trick. A little bit late, but kills the penalty. There will not be a man short for the rest of this game for the Bandits. Now 9-3 with a hat trick to Francisco Rivas. Flicked across, Rivas, 4 goals, Rivas. What a play off of Wallace Scora. Comes off the glass, he heads it back, heads it to himself. And Rivas he's just going to try to bring the team back right now on his own. Probably a little bit too much to be done, but nevertheless, he does find a way to find the net, Martin.
Yeah, we got to get some fresh legs out there for the Bandits. A lot of those guys have been there for a while.
A minute left in the game, now a 5-goal game. This game was well in hand and still very comfortable for the Bandits, but you just don't want to leave on this note. Learn how to manage these moments. Run in. I love that Coach De La Torre brought in the backup keeper and brought in a few other players that maybe haven't had as many minutes to use some of those legs to finish off this game. But you know, this is a very, very sloppy end to this match for the Bandits. Started when they tried to control it 9-2. Started with a turnover going backwards, gave a little bit of life to the Inferno. But ultimately, Johnny on the spot, Francisco Rivas, 4 goals where he's just been in the right place at the right time. And the Bandits, of course, helped him on 1 or 2 of those as well. Erwin Macias put into the boards, and that's going to be a 2-minute penalty. A little bit late to put somebody into the boards, never something you want to see. But Erwin Macias gets put into the boards. It's a 5-goal game, and the referees say, hey, we're going to manage that. We're not going to have any of these late fouls that, you know, put players' health in jeopardy. And that's going to take Marcus Jordan, the 6th attacker, off and bring back Casey Gasson, as the Bandits will finish this game off in a power play, it seems.
Yeah, that was definitely a frustration foul right there. Things haven't really gone their way tonight. This Colorado team is an experienced team, though. So we do look forward to seeing them again later on in the year.
De La Torre shot. Bandits still probing. Would do well to control this ball a little bit. It's fine to continue to shoot and try to score. I mean, you're going to see it from both teams. But to do it in the flow of play and to not force it right now is key. And see if they can manage the last few seconds here in this game. Great save off De La Torre from Gasson. Flicked him behind. Good save there on the final shot. Gasson. But folks, the Bandits have won their first game in the history of this franchise, which it does appear that it's going to be, Martin, an exciting team to watch going forward. Look, attendance isn't big yet. You're introducing a new game. You're introducing it to sponsors, to the PA guy, to the video people, all of us, right? Other than a few of us that have been around the game that are coming in to help out, to call these games, to handle a broadcast, the referee crew. Other than that, it's, you know, everybody's fresh, everybody's new. This is the first win. Probably don't realize how big it is right now for these young guys and what they just did. But, you know, 10, 20 years from now, you look back and in the fashion that they dispatched down to a veteran team led by a player that can reel off 2, 3, 4 goals in seemingly no time. Very big result for Coach Isaias De La Torre and this Kansas Bandits team. But let's talk about players of the game. Player of the game.
Well,
that discussion.
Yeah, starting goalkeeper for sure. I think is a handful. I would like to actually give big props for the trust of the coaching staff and management of playing in the 4 18-year-olds. I think each one of them were just fantastic. Even though they're so young, they showed their experience and composure on the ball, holding play when they needed to. They were very confident in taking people on. They were definitely difference makers. You see Sebastian Marquez out there. He was on the penalty killing unit that I had to go back to back, and he played every single minute on that. With that being said, I hope that he's okay, because he did bang his knee out there in the corner. But bringing Domi in, and Brian, and of course Erwin, those 3 kids, the way that they play, you know, both ways on the transition, the decision making, they're so comfortable on the ball, and the vision that they have, their playmaking ability is fantastic. Overall, I think, you know, I think the big props just got to go to the whole team, to the whole franchise, as this is the first win ever in franchise history. So give it up to Coach Isaías de la Torre and the whole crew. Congratulations, Bandits. Well done.
Yeah, a lot of highlights in this game for the Bandits as we watch go back through here. Here's one where Rojas on the backside with the header, and that kind of got Danny Rojas going. He continued on moving forward. De La Torre scored a couple goals in this game, became a big part of it. There's guys with Rojas and De La Torre that impacted the stat sheet. Obviously, Olivares. I don't know which way to go because so many guys impacted this game on both ends of the field that didn't impact the stat sheet. One of those obviously did impact the stat sheet by keeping the Inferno off is Tito Favela. And I just don't know when this game was 0-2 without Favela coming up big and calming the team if this doesn't get out of control. So we're going to award our Capelli Sport Player of the Game tonight to goalkeeper for the Kansas Bandits, Tito Favela. He's going to be our first star of the night. Favela, again, fantastic result for him. Comes in and brings this team into organization down by 2. There's a goal from Olivares that kind of sealed the deal, but I don't see, forget the stats, if you didn't see Diego Olivares score a goal tonight and all you saw was his work rate and how much he stretched their back line and got out and ran time and time again, I think he has to be one of the guys you talked about in that list. Are we in agreement there?
Yeah, for sure. Tito was solid in the back, organizing communication. Of course, you know, in indoor soccer, goalkeeper is huge. I mean, you're very, very busy. That's part of the excitement of indoor soccer. It's just the constant attack and opportunities to score. The final was, what was it, 9-4. You know, 13 goals. There's fans, you guys got to get out of here and pack this place to the next home game. This is an exciting team that continue to grow. They actually had the lead all the way down the wire there in Wichita against a veteran team. And then, but some mistakes, you know, some rookie mistakes out there from the Bandits, and then the experience of Wichita to understanding that it's in just in a couple of minutes and seconds you can come back in the indoor game, and they finish up the score. Looking forward to the rematch tomorrow, though. It should be exciting.
Yeah, amazing result for the Bandits. First win in franchise history. We'll see how they turn around tomorrow and come back in here against the Wichita Wings. That kickoff is going to be at 3 p.m. We'll be right back here with you on Facebook, folks, so join us again. I want to thank all of the sponsors, all of the people that make it possible to put this on, and ultimately thank you to the Major Arena Soccer League for taking trust in a small community, a community of communities that consists of Liberal, Kansas, Garden City, Kansas, and Dodge City. Thank you to the Wichita Wings and the Kansas City Comets, organizations that have done so well in this neck of the woods that allow for the league to take a chance in a beautiful arena, but a small market, and to see that team already start to evolve and develop, and the investment going into the young players. It's something special that's brewing here, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here where the MASL 2 starts again. The Kansas Bandits' 4th game of the year, 2nd time they'll play the Wichita Wings. The Bandits looking to go 2-2 on the year, while Wichita 1-1 is trying to get back to the plus column. We'll see you folks tomorrow at 3 p.m.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.